Hey guys, Arrow here, and I'm bringing you the first video in the Unseen Threat series. Now, this series is going to follow my grind all the way through the Borsig, from when I first got it all the way to getting the waffle. Maybe even after that, because I'm really loving the Borsig. Like, literally, it was love at first sight. One day I was just in my garage deciding which tank I wanted to take out. And then the other side of the garage, there was this lovely lady looking at me, and our eyes connected. I walked over to her sheepishly. I asked her out on a date, and she put her gun barrel in my hands and said that I could have her for as long as I like. And you know what, guys? She is such a keeper. So I think even when I've completed the grind, I'm still going to end up keeping her. And if I have amazing games in it, I'll probably then upload to this playlist as well. Not as much as I would do throughout a grind, but it's gonna happen. Obviously, yes, it's following the grind, but I'll only be uploading what I think were my best games from that day, because obviously I'm not going to upload a load of games where I do absolutely shit. Not that I've actually had any really bad games in my Borsig. Like, I've had maybe 1 or 2 games where I've done less than 1,000 damage in this and not actually come anywhere near the top. But
Why the hell did
let's get on with the commentary for this video. Now, I've just took a shot at the SU-100. I missed it. That will come back to bite me in the arse at the end. Could have possibly turned the outcome of the battle. Well, not the outcome, but it might have changed the result that I got. Anyways, another shot into the Churchill 7. This one actually hit him. And I take a quick look at my map, and I realise most of our tanks are over on the left, and there's not really enough people to the right. Now, whenever I've started on the other side of the map, most of my team has decided that they're going to head off down the left. So I took that into account, and I decided I don't want to wait around for the onslaught, because look at that, we've just lost another tank over there. So I start heading over here to help out this side and shoot them as they come around behind us. What I wasn't expecting, having read all of the reviews on the Borsig, seen how the Borsig works. Oh, T-71 coming. Stop, turn around, lead the shot, boom. Annoying little tank gone. Yeah, as I was saying, I wasn't really expecting the Borsig to work well at close quarters. Now, I've actually gone brawling quite a bit in my Borsig, and it works out really, really well. As long as the enemy decide to shoot tanks around you rather than you. And luckily for me, it's always been that case. Not luckily for the enemy, they've always shot the other tanks when it's been me dealing the damage. If they had decided to shoot me, the results might have been different. This result would have definitely been different. Game would have been over a lot sooner. Anyways, this Persian kept sticking his head up, and I was trying to get a shot on him. Eventually, he does sit still long enough with his turret at angle that I can hit a weak spot for it. So that was giving the Pershing something to think about. And I was hoping that he would come up again. But as you can see, we have maybe 1 or 2 tanks left defending the other way. So I'm very conscious of that fact. And I wasn't really paying attention when the Pershing made his push. I was kind of focused on this IS-3. He moved back at the right moment. My shot probably would have bounced anyway, but would have been nice to get a bit of damage done there. And we are already losing drastically. Now the Pershing is making his push now. Yeah, I could have probably taken that shot. I then could have taken that shot. I could have taken that shot. I don't really shoot things unless I think I can actually deal the damage. And unluckily for me, I probably could have hit that Pershing. But I didn't take the shot, doesn't really affect it. The result would still be the same, and there we go. Tiger drove out, side to me. Borsig, good enough gun that it could one-shot him. Now, IS3, again, driving out of his side. I think they've seen that they have the advantage, and not really playing as cautiously as they were earlier. But it's at this point, I see a Cromwell and think, okay, I can take you. Luckily, I don't take a shot from anything in return, and I do manage to take out a Cromwell. But I've seen the 3, maybe 4 tanks that are coming behind me, so I don't really want to sit around here for long. There's another IS-3, he turned around to deal with whatever the hell that heavy tank is. Honestly, I don't know, people. And I was able to get a kill on him. What can I say? He just came forward. He was pointing his gun at me. I was acting in self-defense. Very lucky shot on the move there. I wasn't actually expecting that to hit the 243. But it did, so I'm not going to argue against it. Unfortunately, the tanks that have come behind me decided they would shoot me rather than the almost dead AMX 50-100, which the Pershing does decide to shoot, and I just about had the gun elevation and depression to hit him. T-43 sitting still in front of me, didn't even fire his gun. I have no idea why. But right now I have 3 tanks facing me, and I just want to get this final shot off, which luckily I do, just as the SG-100 I missed earlier rams me to death. Probably might have managed to get one more shot off if he hadn't been there, but again, the result wouldn't have been different, so can't really look back on that. But a nice collection of medals to rack up even on a defeat, and the Rally WoT was really made that battle for me. Especially as I think I thoroughly deserved it, considering I have done more damage than everyone else on my team combined. A few of moments in that battle I could have done differently, but the result would have still been the same. So I'm not going to look too hardly on that. I believe we have another battle coming up in a minute. Again, a loss, but it's still a good loss. It's probably a better loss than most people get on defeats, and in a few seconds it will start. Okay, here we go. This is actually the very first mainly tier 10 battle that I've had in the Borsig. I wasn't expecting this battle to go well. I know about the Borsig being very good sniper, and I was just going to sit back and hope that I would have the penetration and the accuracy. Obviously, RNG would also have to be on my side to actually be able to get some damage done this battle, considering the position I was going. Now, pretty boring gameplay, I'm not going to lie, compared to the other one. It's basically sitting back and sniping. But you will have battles where it comes to this, and you'll think, okay, this is pretty boring, I'm not actually having a very interesting game. They turn out to be very good games though. Just sitting there, getting bored, sniping things when they come up, and there we go, first shot on our IS-3. Not a tier 10, I know, but it still gets some damage done, and it was able to damage his gun at the same time, which he might have had to waste a repair kit on, which is a good thing, because if he gets his gun damaged again, unless he has a both small and large repair kit, he won't be able to repair it. So this T30 and the Conqueror over there really annoyed me this battle. Most of my shots that went their way either missed or bounced. And they're not exactly the strongest tanks at the angle that they are. I mean, I would have thought that would easily done some damage, especially against that Conqueror, that last shot. That T-30, I have no idea where I hit him. I was just trying to look for the slightest sliver that I was at a better angle than just shooting the front of his tank. And luckily I did. Again. RNG being nice to me, it let my shot go into that tank. I would have thought that would have gone over his head. Or bounced off, but yay, got some damage. Back to looking at this T-30. Seeing if I can get that lucky shot on him again. Seems he's backed off into a different spot, but Conqueror. I was actually aiming my shot low that time, and the RNG carried the round high. So that was a lucky shot. Not gonna lie, most of the shots I fire from my Borsig are very lucky. Fortunately, this T-30, despite the fact I can get a shot on him according to the game, as it is locking on, I just couldn't get that shot at that time. And there we go. Another miss. I was very conscious about these tanks that are sitting over here. And at this point I am still playing the Borsig without Sixth Sense mastered. So it's very tantalising knowing that any moment you could be spotted, and if you're not looking in the direction of the thing that is spotting you, then you're very likely to be shot at. And little armour, especially against these tanks, a very low health pool. A few shots and I'll be dead. So I was kind of hoping that the E50M next to me has Sixth Sense, and the moment he moved, I know I would be detected. As it turns out, I don't know if he did or if he didn't, but I did get detected at some point and had to move, which put me even in an even better position to deal with another threat that came later. Now, throughout this time, I've put another shot into an IS-3 and bounced that T-54 side once, and then managing to go through the front of his tank. So, RNG, are you so silly? Mouse. I have nothing to say about why he thought that would be a good idea. I have no idea, but it doesn't work out well for him. And I think the E100 just had his turret turned a bit too much, and I was luckily able to get that shot into it. It's almost at the time where I do get detected. I think it's after my next shot. And I was a bit disturbed as to the fact that I was detected, yet the E50M that was next to me showed no signs of being detected. Maybe it's because I don't have camo on my tank, like the crew skill camo on my tank, and he does, and that he was sitting just a little bit further back, that had that little advantage. But we won't know. I have got Sixth Sense and learning camo on it now. You'll see this in a few later vids, where I seem more confident with my Borsig. At least as I look at it, I think I seem a lot more confident using this Borsig, and I don't look about as much. Now, that T-57 just showed a little bit too much of his tracks. I was able to track him. He had a good enough repair skill that he was able to back down just before I reloaded. That shot at the FV4202 was the one that gave away my position there. But that's why I was looking at the E50M that was up there with me and thinking, okay, you're not moving. You obviously either very sure that nothing's going to shoot you, or very brave if you have been detected, which I'm not sure if he was, but this is the point where I do change my position. I notice that there's an IS-4 coming up behind us, and just out of my reach for the gun elevation, so I do move. And there we go. Yes, I failed to get across those the first time. I did bump into it. I have no idea how many times I've played this map. That is the first time I've actually bumped into those there. Death Star drivers out there, I'm so very, very sorry. But yes, I'm that one annoying person that will either aim for your ammo rack or your engine just to try and set you on fire. Or damage your ammo rack to give you a minute reload. If you hate me for that, I'm sorry, but it's so funny getting hate mail. Especially when you do it once, they repair it, and then you do it again. But I have no idea what this Death Star driver was doing. He was just there on a ridge. No tanks back here able to hit him, and he just sat on that ridge. I do ignore them and come to help deal with this IS-4, which, if he had stayed where he was, would have been in a good position. Unfortunate for him, he does back up and allow me to get that one shot on him.
Ready to fire.
This shot
Let's find another target.
into the final minute.
Didn't go through.
Bounced. I was hoping maybe it would have tracked him or something, and our team could have finished him off. But he was able to get away. Either this Batchat has the custom loadout, or he's actually loaded HE into his gun, because yes, he was firing HE out of IS-4. Didn't work well for him, and yeah, there's about 30 seconds left, but the battle is over, people. I'll play it out just to get a few more seconds of talking. Now, I did get some more games played during this day, but I'm going to upload them different points just to keep the videos pretty short. So short and sweet, and just show different results that I've been getting, how my playstyle in a Boss Exchange, how the grind's going, because yes, I'm not actually finding it a grind to play the Borsig, but Borsig is great stock, so who knows, and that surprised me. I managed to top the team in a tier 10 game, being one of the most damaging tanks on our team. Anyways, this is the first installment in the Unseen Prep playlist, and thanks for watching, guys.